Hey everybody, this is Rick. Welcome to Friday Night Drinks with Rick. I've got with me tonight my friend Amberle. She's joining me for a wine tasting. First of all, Amberle is actually married to Shannon, and Shannon is best friends with Jay. So they are here visiting us this weekend, hanging out. And so Amberle and Shannon brought a couple bottles of wine, so we were wanting to do a wine tasting tonight. So Amberle, what's going on with the bottles of wine? Where did you get these bottles of wine?
So Shannon and I went to an event at the South Carolina Aquarium. It was a Sea Life by Starlight event, charity event to help with their sea turtle hospital and just other ocean awareness kind of things to help the environment. So they had a wine auction that night. So for $25, you pulled a cork out of a fish bowl and they handed you whatever number cork corresponded with the bottle of wine. So I was like, oh great, it's going to charity, let's get a couple of corks. And as the girl pulls the numbers out, she's like, oh, you got a really good bottle of wine. So we didn't know anything about it until we checked them the next day and come to find out that they totaled almost $175, $180 bottles for these two bottles of wine that we paid $50 for the two. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I have to bring these up to try with Rick.
Right, of course.
For Friday Night Drinks with Rick.
Exactly. So, yeah, so I'm used to drinking like $8, $9, $10 bottles of wine. So we've got some kind of expensive wines here. But you know what? They may be good. We're going to try them out. We've already kind of pre-corked them and everything. So we're going to try them out. So let's try with this first one here. This first one here is actually called, what's the name of it? Kinsella. I can't even pronounce it, it's so expensive. But it's called a Kinsella. Like I said, we haven't pre-opened it, so we're going to try it out here. And then also, too, what we're going to do is we're going to put an aerator on here. And for those that have never used an aerator, a lot of times when you open up a bottle of wine, they talk about letting the wine breathe for like 10, 15 minutes, but when you put an aerator on it, it actually kind of helps the breathing of a wine quicker. So we're going to put the aerator on here. So we're going to try it out. So let's try this here. Corey, you want to taste? You want to hold?
Let's just do a taste.
We'll do a taste. You know, I'm all about pouring a whole glass of wine. We'll
That's
do a
right.
taste and see what happens here. All right. So again, this is called the Kinsella wine. It's a Cabernet. It's actually from Sonoma County. So it is a U.S. based wine. And we did a little bit of research ahead of time just to make sure that we knew what we were talking about here. So this wine has flavors of a red licorice, which is going to be interesting because I do not like licorice, but I'm not a black licorice fan. So red licorice should be okay. And it also has some tart cherry, ripe raspberries. And we also know that it is based in cedar oak containers versus steel. So cheers. Try this out. Smooth.
So smooth.
That's very good. You can actually taste it's sort of an oaky flavor when you try this, and then you taste the raspberry. The licorice is what I would not know what I was tasting because I don't like licorice typically, but that's probably the taste that I'm tasting in this is a licorice.
Mm-hmm. You get that tartness from the cherry too, right when it hits your tongue.
You're right, it does. And it's interesting you say that because when you taste it at the beginning, you've got that tart, but then when you swallow it, it becomes a little bit smoother. All right, so let's try this next one here. This is actually called you pronounce it.
Quinta do Crasto.
Quinta do Crasto. It's a 2002 wine. It's actually from Portugal. The flavors in this is a plum and a blackberry, which typically I would love those taste. Yes, I should rinse this before I try this, but it's okay. We're going to just move it real quickly over this and see how this is. Again, this is more of a plum and blackberry flavor, as you can tell already. It's very, very dark when we pour this. I've had a couple of Portugal wines before and have actually liked some of the Portuguese wines. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh. That is extremely smooth to me.
It is.
And there's no specific taste at the very beginning or the end that's strong to me. So I think it's just very, very good. So So anyway, 2 great bottles of wine here. Actually, like I said, a little pricey, but we've got the Quinta de Costo and the Kinsella. I can't even pronounce them, but they're actually very good wines if you want to put out a little bit of bucks on these. But thank you for bringing those here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We're grilling some chicken and having salad, and our friend Josanna is joining us, and so we're going to have some good red wines tonight. So thank you so much for bringing them. So until next time, folks, I guess we'll kind of double fist and say cheers. Friday Night Drinks with Rick. Hey everybody, so we just got finished tasting some of the wines that Amberle brought with us. So we're actually now going to taste test some food that we purchased from our local food line. It is the Dockside Classic Crab Cakes and Lobster Cakes. So we're cooking up some lobster cakes and crab cakes. We're going to try them out. We're going to pair them with a wine and see how we like those. So first of all, let's kind of dig in here. We got the lobster cakes, which have sort of more of the reddish tint to them, and then the crab cakes, which have the little more of a brownish tan color. So, first of all, do you like crab and lobster?
I like crab cakes.
Okay.
I haven't really had a lot of experience with lobster, so I'm excited to try them because these look delicious.
Okay, good. So, we've actually made some homemade tartar sauce, and we've got some cocktail sauce. So, we'll actually just kind of let's try the crab cake first.
Okay.
We'll try it without anything in it.
It's so fresh and there's so much meat in it.
There is a lot of meat in this. It's very good. I'm going to kind of hold this back up again, folks. Dockside Classics. These are the crab cakes we just tried. I don't have the package for the lobster cakes, but here is the lobster cake. So we're going to try this as well. See how the lobster cake is.
It's so creamy and moist. They're so good.
It's very good. Yeah, so again, these Dockside Classics, you can actually find these in any local grocery store, probably a little biased to our food line, so you can actually buy these in your local food line. They're actually made with just the finest quality crab meat and lobster meat, whichever one you buy. This company, I know that they're very committed to high quality product for those who are on an active lifestyle. So you can actually check them out on their website too, at www.seafoodamerica.com. Again, try them at your local food line. I love tartar sauce. I'm going to throw a little tartar sauce on here. Do you like tartar sauce?
I do. Let's take a little bit of both.
Okay, a little bit of that. And this is the one of the wines that we were talking about earlier, the Quinta de Costo, which was actually between the 2 wines, probably I think both of our favorites.
Yeah.
So oh my gosh, this is so good. So lobster with cocktail sauce, so good. Jay's outside grilling chicken. We're gonna have some salad. We're doing crab cakes, lobster cakes. We're living the good life. So with that said,
perfect night.
It is a perfect night. So if you're looking for a great appetizer, folks, go to Food Line, get your crab cakes or lobster cakes from Dockside Classics. They're very, very good, and I think you'll enjoy it. So with that, folks, cheers. And we'll see you next time.